First thing you do is find a wife. So you kind of have to ask some person to marry you.
Okay.
We arrived in Hawaii on a Sunday, filled out the paperwork online on Monday, went to the office on Tuesday to get the marriage license, and then we had an appointment for Wednesday to get married at 5 p.m. First thing you do is find a wife. So you kind of have to ask some person to marry you.
Okay.
Once you have a wife or prospective wife, which I guess you call a fiance, you go to some website for Hawaii and fill out all your information for the marriage license. You submit it, then you either make an appointment or just go to the Department of Health. When we were there, we didn't need an appointment, so we just went, did a walk-in appointment. You pay online something like $60 plus a processing fee, so $65. Then you show up at the Department of Health office and you pay $5 more, and they give you a temporary license. So basically they just check the information, they check your IDs, make sure you're a real person, make sure you are who you say you are, and they basically just give you the license. Then in the meantime, or after that, whatever, you can look for an officiant who marries you. You have to find that. They have a list online, but it's not necessarily accurate. Anyway, you find an officiant and you make an appointment with the officiant to marry you. The officiant that we chose let us choose where we wanted to get married. And she has different options for like, do you want a quick wedding? Do you want a big ceremony? Do you want, I don't know, like a wedding with friends and all that? And we just chose the easiest one.
Easiest
The grab and go kind of thing. It was I tell everyone it was a 5-minute ceremony, but I think it was more like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
We met her in the park. She asked us a few questions, like how long do you guys know? Have you known each other? And where did you meet? How did you meet? And then she already had her speech basically prepared and just modified it slightly, like ad libs for mad libs. I mean, for us. So she had the blah blah, and then she added our names and how long we knew I've known each other, and yeah, and then at the end just said, "I now pronounce you man and wife" or something. And she let us say a few words to each other, but all we said was "I love you." Yeah, we didn't do anything mushy, like, "Oh, I love you so much, I want to be with you for the rest of my life." We just, yeah, I mean, we already knew this is what we wanted, so
Yeah.
it was seriously like 3 minutes, I would say. In the office, we signed a copy, but then she also gave us a copy to sign, and she filed that paperwork that evening, and then like 2 days later, I think we had an unofficial copy, and then they mail you an official copy, and we had that within a week. Yeah, and you can pay for another copy if you need it. It's great, it's really fast. And again, if we really, really planned everything a little better, I think you can do everything in one day. Even if you want, for example, we got married on Wednesday the 8th, so we probably could have contacted the officiant to make sure she was available. Then Wednesday morning, we probably could have filled out the application, gone into the office, gotten everything approved, and gotten married. I think it's possible. I don't think you have to wait a day.
That's how we got married.
And you also have to buy a ring for your wife. So as you notice, she has this, a beautiful ring right here. I have mine too, right here. Yeah, it's super easy in Hawaii. I highly recommend it. We tried getting married in California, but yeah, you have to get an appointment to get your marriage license, and in some places you can't even get an appointment, or they ask you something like, "Are you a resident of this county?" And I think if you are a resident, they're more likely to give you an appointment quickly. If you're not, they won't. Like Napa County asked us if we were a resident. San Francisco didn't have any availability, I think, until like 1 or 2 months down the road. We found some availability in Costa Contra County, but they only had 2 days available and 2 time slots or something. So we ended up grabbing one, but then we canceled. And then when we were in Los Angeles, we were looking all over there at every county. And the easiest one appears to be Orange County, where it seems like you can just book an appointment, go in, get the license, and be married. I think just in the office or something. So we ended up also canceling that. You don't need a witness in Hawaii. You don't need to be a U.S. citizen. And you can even change your name. So I could have even changed my middle name. I don't know if I could have changed my last name, but I know for sure I could have changed my middle name right on the spot. And then the bride-to-be gets to choose her last name. So I think you can even just change your entire name, because I know you can change your middle name. Why couldn't you even change your first name, right? Because it's an official document. But I kept my full name, and my bride kept her full name.